Hey, everybody. This is my first YouTube live, and I'm so excited because this is an awesome topic today. It comes up a lot with my clients. Where should sensitives get their advice from? YouTube, lots of social media is filled with advice, all kinds of advice for people. And here's the issue with sensitives getting advice from the masses. 80 to 85% of people are not sensitives. They're not sensitives. They don't know what it's like to be a sensitive. Their advice is going to be more logically based, most likely, or common. Their advice is not going to take into account our experience of being big time feelers, big time in-depth processors, being sensitive to the world. Our senses are highly sensitive. We have high careometers, I like to say. So, if a sensitive decides to go get advice out there and just pick and choose their advice, more likely than not, it doesn't go well for them. For example, let's say I'm coaching a sensitive, and in fact, I'm thinking of one right now, a beautiful, sensitive soul that I have the honor of coaching. We'll talk about some really great stuff in her coaching. And then she goes out into the world. She hangs out with her roommates. She hangs out with her friends who are not sensitives. And let's say they're talking about career. And they're like, yeah, you got to do this. You got to do this. Go for it. Goals. Yeah. Put all your energy into it. Invest. Yeah, you can do it. All this like hardcore stuff. Now, I'm not saying that a sensitive can't do those things, but that is not the message for a sensitive. No, not at all, because a sensitive will burn out very quickly. Sensitives burn out much more easily than the 80 to 85%. And I've probably shared in other videos. I definitely teach about this. This does not have to be a negative thing. It's wonderful that you're a sensitive. We bring such beautiful things to the world. But if we live a life that does not honor our sensitivity, then we will absolutely wear down. We will not have energy. We'll be annoyed, irritated, exhausted, and we won't be able to live our gift. That's the problem that's going on out there. Is sensitives not able to live their gift because we're trying to live like the 80%. We can't live like the 80%. At this point, I so embrace being a sensitive, and I love being a sensitive, that the idea of not living in a way to honor my sensitivity is so foreign to me at this point that I don't even know how to relate to trying to live that way, because it doesn't work. I was completely worn out, worn down, beat down when I tried to live like the 80%. Now that I'm living like the 15 to 20%, like a sensitive, I'm honoring who I am, I thrive. So if you get advice from the 80%, keep that in mind. Now, if you've got friends who understand your sensitivity and they embrace it and they realize the beauty of who you are as a sensitive, that person, I'd say, yeah, you can get advice from that friend. Absolutely. But that's why it's really important that if you're a sensitive and you didn't ever really realize you were one, there is a phase, there's a process to embracing your sensitivity, and then you're able to create a community of kindreds who get you and understand you. And you're definitely going to want a coach or a mentor that's a sensitive to help lead the way. Someone who's doing their life well as a sensitive, they can help guide you as well. So that's the dealio. You're going to want to get advice from either another sensitive who is further along than you, or from your friends who totally get your sensitivity, appreciate your sensitivity, think you're awesome, and they're not the ones saying, "Oh, you're too sensitive." Absolutely do not get advice from the people who say you're too sensitive, and they look at you with crinkled brows like, "Well, why are you doing that?" Oh my gosh, roll their eyes at you or get frustrated with you. No, no, we don't get advice from them. Absolutely not. Okay, quick message. Hope it helped you out. Maybe I'll do some shorts with stuff like this. I don't know. I'm new to it. But I'm excited for those of you who get to listen to this. If you've got a question, hit me up, send me a message. I'd love to help guide you a little bit to honor your sensitivity, get advice where you should be getting your advice, not from someone who doesn't understand you. Okay? All right. Until next time.